Hey everyone, this is David. Welcome back behind the velvet rope. Let's just get right into it today because we are joined by the one, the only Melissa's old nose, Gabriella.
Hey bitches, I'm back.
Guess who's back, people?
Yes, I'm back. Oh my gosh. It's so wild. Like I was just telling you, David, once in a while I'll hop on social media just to, feel the vibe in regards to Jersey. And I am seeing one familiar thing after another. I know who's behind it, I know who's running it, I've got inside scoop. And even though Jersey is over, there are still two castmates working OT behind the scenes to stay very much relevant, like they have in seasons past. It's so crazy to see it. They're still doing it. They're still using the bloggers, those familiar faces. It's so desperate and thirsty. It's insane.
So first of all, I assume you're talking about, and we're going to talk Beverly Hills today too, everybody. We have a lot to say about Beverly Hills. The trailer dropped, but I assume you're talking about Jennifer Aydin and Teresa.
Yes, yes, those two, they are working overtime behind the scenes. I mean, from being on different podcasts, Teresa on her own, having the psychics so-called predict that she's coming back and Jen is going to be back, and using people like Diana Cooper, who is in the camp with some has-been talking about, oh no, this is here and this is there and this one's back, and it's just like, guys, give it up, let it rest, let the show, including Andy, the people behind the scenes like managing it, let them have a breather. They should be on vacation, having fun, enjoying life. But instead, I am seeing very clearly, and I know a lot of you see it because I see you guys tweeting and posting about this, those two are working OT. Their fans on the daily are pushing the Teresa's coming back, Jennifer's coming back, Dolores is back. I see the tree huggers continuing to push that Jennifer Aydin is the queen. She lives that life. We love her. We're going to see her. She's not going nowhere. Like, you can tell who's behind the scenes pushing what. And they very much are pushing it, because when you have people in the press like Diana Cooper pushing people that work with Teresa now and what they have to say as like sources close to the show, you know where it's coming from. Like, you see the other side reacting, like, Margaret's touched on it a little bit, and Melissa, even Rachel, Danielle, I did see her comment at some restaurant she was at recently, but they're just reacting to all of Teresa's fans pushing this whole narrative that she's coming back, she's booked and busy, Jen is coming back, and then boom, they get stopped in their tracks because Andy swooped in and said, nope, sorry, like, I don't know, who's saying what, but not true. Wait until you hear it from us. But it's just
I,
so obvious who's
I,
pushing it. It's them.
well, yeah, it's like I don't understand. It's like if Jennifer Aydin, she goes on every podcast in the world and pushes the narrative she's coming back, but it's not true, or it's you have no authority. Like, how does that make what you put it out into the world enough and like you will it into existence? That's not how this works.
The way those camps work is if they have enough little minions on social media pushing it, they think they're going to convey the message to Bravo and Andy that they're the it girls. They are the
Mm-mm.
ones who are causing the trending going on surrounding the show. So they are where the storylines revolve around, and they are very much popular and wanted. So they think if they push and push and push them nonstop, and it is a group effort. It really is. And there's orders coming from behind the scenes. I was just told 2 days before that TMZ video came out with Teresa and Gia looking for a restaurant, I was told via text message, and I could put it out there and block out the number, that Teresa was going to get a hold of TMZ to get that, for paparazzi to come meet her so that story can get put out there, because these girls are very, like, they're thirsty. Jennifer and Teresa, like, if you notice, they're the only two Jersey cast members calling paparazzi, talking to the bloggers, working with fans, still to push them into the social media timeline, because that is their livelihood. They're desperate for attention, they're fame hungry, and they cannot go in silence. Like, they have to be talked about, but they are also in this mentality that if they're talked about enough, they're like the it girls that Bravo will call them back because they want them on the show. But
That's
thanks
so
to
not
myself,
how it works, though, you know?
no. And thanks to myself and many people who came forward with receipts, Andy, more than anyone, now knows that these girls manufacture things on social media to make themselves the center of the storyline for attention, for, the show to look at them as the it girls. But that's already been, uncovered and everything. So they should just, at this point, take a step back, let everything organically like unfold, and stop trying to push so hard, because it was so humiliating to have your boss, Andy,
Hmm.
on his radio show tell his bestie, like, whoa, 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 what? Like, I wish her well. No, sorry. So, I mean, it's getting out of hand, but I mean, they're not stopping. They're still going, to their go-tos in reality blurb, with people at the Sun. They're going to their hand-picked bloggers to push these narratives. They're still working with people behind the scenes, and making their rounds on podcasts to keep themselves in the news. But I think it's actually going to backfire on them. I think, especially with our fans, like, you say one thing against them and they're still attacking, and we're not even in the season's not even on right now. So I just think it's going to hurt them more than it's going to help them, because the toxicity still continues and the show's not even on.
Yeah, well, that's like what Margaret was saying. Like when she was on Dorinda's podcast, she was like, how is this going to help the pause end? I mean, it's not. And by the way, it's almost like, right, like, look, no other franchise does this. It doesn't work that way just because you're talked about. I mean, the comments are the comments. Like, there's a million. Listen, when I post something, and I don't know if it's just my listeners are at that point, but when I post something about Melissa and Teresa, yeah, there's a lot of people that are not so thrilled with Teresa these days. So you could put whatever narrative out there you want. I did my show on the fact that I mean, I'm not so sure about my predictions even when I made them, but I really thought like Teresa and Dolores and Cabral and Fuda were coming back. But I do have a whole alternative theory. I have to do a whole show on that now. But the thing is, like, it's like two different reasons, right? Like Teresa wants to come back, plain and simple. She needs the money. And Jennifer wants to come back, plain and simple, because she's a fucking fame whore. That's what it is. A and B, right? I mean,
Oh,
Teresa
for
needs
sure.
the money. I mean, she needs to be there. She needs to be there. There's no other money.
For sure. And I definitely think they're addicted to like being love bombed by their fans, constantly kissing ass and calling them queens. They really are. Because if you
Ugh,
think about it, like, I know we're going to go into Beverly Hills in a minute, which is very exciting. What a difference
I
between
told
these two
you.
franchises. Huge difference. But I mean, if you think about it, like, you always have the Jersey fans screaming, "Oh, Teresa's a queen and Jennifer's a queen, and they're so booked and busy, and they live these fabulous, like, rich lifestyles." And then you go over to Beverly Hills and you see what these girls are doing on the off season. I mean, I know the other two travel as well from Jersey, but I don't see anything similar to what's going on social media surrounding Beverly Hills than what I do with Jersey. And if we know anything about Jersey, is that those two cast members, Jen and Teresa, are so infiltrated with bloggers to push whatever they want out there to stay relevant. Like, there's no way they're enjoying life booked and busy. And if they are booked and
Mm-mm.
busy, it's because money might be coming in because it's needed. But, comparing them to the Beverly Hills girls, there's no money needed there because